Have you ever stopped to think about the incredible machine you live in, your own body? Right now, without you realizing it, your heart is pumping, your lungs are breathing, your brain is processing this video, and your stomach might even be digesting your last meal. The human body is a marvel, made up of over 37 trillion cells working together through highly complex systems. In this video, we'll take a complete tour of the human anatomy. From your bones and muscles to your brain and vital organs, you're about to understand your body in a way you never have before. So sit back, relax, and let's begin our journey from head to toe. Skeletal System. Let's begin with the skeletal system, the rigid framework that holds everything in place. The human body contains 206 bones, ranging in size from the tiny stapes in your ear to the large femur in your thigh. Besides giving your body shape, bones protect internal organs. Your skull guards your brain. Your rib cage shields your heart and lungs. Your spine, made up of 33 vertebrae, supports your entire upper body and allows flexibility and movement. Bones are also living tissues. Inside them is bone marrow, where new blood cells are produced. And yes, bones are stronger than steel by weight. That's how powerful your skeleton truly is. Muscular System. Attached to this skeletal frame are over 600 muscles, each playing a role in movement, posture, and even heat generation. Muscles are classified into 3 types: skeletal muscles, which you consciously control to lift, walk, or smile; smooth muscles, found in places like the digestive tract and blood vessels. They work automatically; and cardiac muscle, found only in the heart, tirelessly beating to keep you alive. Even when you're sitting still, muscles are working. They maintain posture, regulate body temperature, and keep vital functions running. Ever wondered why shivering happens? That's your muscles generating heat when you're cold. Nervous System. Next up, the nervous system, your body's command center. At the top is your brain, made up of around 86 billion neurons, controlling everything from thought and memory to motion and emotion. Signals travel from the brain down the spinal cord and then through a network of nerves, reaching every inch of your body. These signals travel at speeds up to 268 miles per hour, faster than a Formula One race car. Your nervous system helps you react instantly, like pulling your hand back from a hot surface, and processes complex things, like learning a new language or feeling joy. It's your body's internal internet, always connected, always processing. Circulatory System. Let's move on to the circulatory system, which keeps everything flowing. At the center is your heart, a powerful muscle that beats over 100,000 times per day, pumping blood through 60,000 miles of blood vessels. This blood carries oxygen, nutrients, and hormones to every corner of your body, and collects waste like carbon dioxide to be expelled. The arteries carry oxygen-rich blood away from the heart. The veins bring oxygen-poor blood back. And capillaries, those tiny blood vessels, do the actual exchange with cells. This entire system runs automatically, whether you're running a marathon or sleeping peacefully. Respiratory System. Take a deep breath. That's your respiratory system in action. Air enters through the nose or mouth, travels down the trachea, and reaches the lungs. Inside your lungs are millions of tiny sacs called alveoli, where oxygen is absorbed into the blood, and carbon dioxide is removed. Your diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle, contracts and relaxes to pull air in and push it out, creating a rhythm you rarely notice, but can't live without. On average, you take around 22,000 breaths a day, and yet it all feels effortless. Digestive System. Now let's explore how your body turns food into fuel. The digestive system. It begins with chewing in the mouth. Saliva breaks down food before it travels down the esophagus into the stomach, where powerful acids and enzymes continue the process. From there, food enters the small intestine, a nearly 20-foot-long organ where most nutrients are absorbed. The liver, pancreas, and gallbladder assist with enzymes and bile to help break down proteins, fats, and carbs. The large intestine absorbs water, and the remaining waste is removed from the body. This whole process takes around 24 to 72 hours, depending on what you eat. Urinary system. Next is the urinary system, your internal water management and filtration network. The kidneys are the star players. Each day, they filter around 50 gallons of blood, removing toxins, excess salts, and water to produce urine. This waste flows through ureters to the bladder, where it's stored before being released through the urethra. It's your body's way of cleaning itself, quietly and efficiently, 24/7. Endocrine system. Ever feel a mood shift, energy burst, or sudden hunger? That's your endocrine system in action. This system is made up of glands that release hormones, chemical messengers that control metabolism, growth, mood, and more. Key players include the pituitary gland in the brain, the thyroid gland in your neck, the adrenal glands above your kidneys, and the pancreas, which regulates blood sugar. Hormones may be invisible, but they influence nearly every aspect of your life, from puberty to sleep to emotional balance. Immune and lymphatic system. Let's talk protection. The immune system is your body's internal army. It defends against viruses, bacteria, and other harmful intruders using white blood cells, antibodies, and specialized proteins. Supporting it is the lymphatic system, which transports lymph, a fluid rich in immune cells, throughout the body. Lymph nodes act as checkpoints, filtering and destroying threats before they can spread. These two systems quietly work behind the scenes to keep you safe, even when you don't notice. Reproductive system. Finally, let's explore the reproductive system, the system responsible for continuing human life. This system includes specialized organs and hormonal functions that work together to create new life. In individuals assigned female at birth, the system supports egg production, fertilization, and pregnancy. In individuals assigned male at birth, it supports the creation and delivery of reproductive cells. It's not just about reproduction. This system also plays a vital role in hormonal health, puberty, and overall development. Imagine a world without bones. You'd be just a floppy bag of muscles, skin, and organs, unable to stand, walk, or even hold your head up. Your skeleton is your body's hidden superhero, giving you structure, protecting your vital organs, and working quietly with your muscles to keep you moving every single day. But here's the thing, your skeleton isn't just a bunch of dry bones. It's alive, it grows, it heals, and it's more complex than most people realize. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of bones and joints, but in a way that's simple, visual, and fun. By the end, you'll understand exactly how your skeletal system works, why it's so important, and some amazing facts you probably never knew. Introduction to the skeletal system. Your skeletal system is like the framework of a building. It gives shape and support to everything else. Without it, your muscles would have nothing to pull on, and your organs would have no protection. The average adult human skeleton has 206 bones, but when you were a baby, you had over 270 bones. So where did the rest go? Well, as you grow, some of your bones fuse together to form stronger, larger bones, like the ones in your skull and spine. Your bones are connected by joints, held together by ligaments, and moved by muscles through tendons. The skeletal system isn't just about bones. It's an entire support and movement machine. Types of bones. Let's break down the different types of bones in your body. Long bones. These are longer than they are wide. Think of your arms and legs. The femur, thigh bone, is the longest bone in your body. Short bones, small and cube-shaped, like the bones in your wrists and ankles. Flat bones, thin, flat, and often protective, like your skull, ribs, and shoulder blades. Irregular bones. Unique shapes that don't fit the other categories, like your vertebrae and some facial bones. Sesamoid bones, small bones embedded within tendons, like the kneecap, patella. Each type of bone has a specific role, whether it's to bear weight, protect organs, or help with precise movements. Structure of a bone. Now, let's zoom in and see what a bone looks like inside. Bones are living tissues, constantly changing and repairing themselves. A bone has several layers. Periosteum, a thin outer layer filled with nerves and blood vessels. Compact bone, the dense, hard layer that gives bones strength. Spongy bone, found inside bones. Lighter and filled with spaces to reduce weight, but still strong. Bone marrow, the soft center where blood cells are made. Red marrow produces red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, while yellow marrow stores fat. Your bones are like factories, producing blood cells, storing minerals like calcium and phosphorus, and supporting your whole body structure. Axial and appendicular skeleton. Your skeleton is divided into two main parts. 1. Axial skeleton, the central core of your body, made up of 80 bones, including the skull, spine, and rib cage. It protects vital organs like your brain, heart, and lungs. 2. Appendicular skeleton, the limbs and the girdles, shoulders and hips that connect them to the axial skeleton. This is where most of your movement happens. The skull. Your skull is like a protective helmet for your brain. It's made of 22 bones, 8 cranial bones, and 14 facial bones, all fused together, except for the jawbone, which is movable so you can talk, chew, and yawn. Fun fact, babies have soft spots called fontanelles that allow their skull to grow and pass through the birth canal. These close up as the child grows. The spinal column. Your spine is a flexible column made of 33 vertebrae, separated by cushioning discs. It's divided into regions. Cervical, neck, 7 vertebrae. Thoracic, upper back, 12 vertebrae. Lumbar, lower back, 5 vertebrae. Sacrum, 5 fused vertebrae. Coccyx, tailbone, 4 fused vertebrae. Your spine not only supports your head and body, but also protects your spinal cord, the main communication highway of your nervous system. The rib cage. Your rib cage has 12 pairs of ribs that protect your heart and lungs. The upper 7 pairs are called true ribs because they connect directly to the sternum. The next 3 pairs are false ribs. They connect indirectly. The last 2 pairs are floating ribs. They don't connect to the front at all. Joints. The moving connections. Now let's talk about joints, where bones meet. Without joints, you'd be as stiff as a statue. There are 3 main types. First, fibrous joints, no movement, like in the skull. Second, cartilaginous joints, slight movement, like between vertebrae. Third, synovial joints, free movement, like the knee, shoulder, and hip. Synovial joints are the most common and are filled with a slippery fluid that reduces friction, like oil in a machine. Types of synovial joints. Synovial joints come in different shapes, allowing different movements. Hinge joint, like the elbow and knee, moves in one direction. Ball and socket joint, like the shoulder and hip, allows rotation and multiple movements. Pivot joint allows rotation, like between the first 2 neck vertebrae. Gliding joint, small sliding movements, like in the wrist. Saddle joint, allows movement in two directions, like the thumb. Condyloid joint, like in the fingers, allowing movement but not rotation. Bone health and repair. Your bones are constantly being broken down and rebuilt, a process called remodeling. If a bone breaks, your body immediately starts repairing it by forming a blood clot, then a soft callus, then hard bone. To keep your bones healthy, get enough calcium and vitamin D. Stay active. Weight-bearing exercise strengthens bones. Avoid smoking and excessive alcohol, which weaken bones. Diseases like osteoporosis make bones weak and brittle, so prevention is key. Amazing facts about bones. Your femur can support 30 times your body weight. Bones are 5 times stronger than steel by weight. Every 7 to 10 years, you basically have a new skeleton thanks to remodeling. The smallest bone is in your ear, the stapes, and it's smaller than a grain of rice. Conclusion and closing. So, the skeletal system is far more than a static frame. It's a living, dynamic, protective, and supportive system that keeps you standing tall, moving freely, and living life to the fullest. If you found this explanation helpful, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Vital Codes for more fascinating insights into the human body. Remember, take care of your bones today, and they'll take care of you for a lifetime. The human body is an extraordinary machine, and among its most powerful components is the muscular system. Muscles are not just bundles of tissue that help us move. They are dynamic, intelligent, biological structures that respond, adapt, grow, and transform depending on how we use them. Whether you're lifting weights, running, carrying groceries, or simply blinking your eyes, your muscles are constantly at work, keeping you functional, balanced, and alive. In this video, we will dive deep into understanding how muscles actually work, how they generate movement, how they communicate with the brain, what happens inside them during exercise, and how they grow bigger and stronger. By the end, you'll have a full understanding of the science behind muscle power and how you can use that science to improve your own strength and fitness. Let's begin by understanding what muscles really are. Chapter 1: Overview of the Muscular System. The muscular system is made of over 600 individual muscles. These muscles make up nearly 40% of your total body weight. Each muscle is a complex structure built from thousands of tiny fibers bundled together like threads inside a rope. These fibers are made of proteins, primarily actin and myosin, which work like microscopic engines to produce movement. There are 3 main types of muscles in the human body. The first type is skeletal muscle. These are the muscles you can consciously control. Your biceps, triceps, chest muscles, leg muscles, all of these are skeletal muscles. They attach to your bones and allow voluntary movements such as walking, lifting, and jumping. The second type is smooth muscle, found in organs like your stomach, intestines, and blood vessels. These muscles work automatically without your conscious control. They help move food through your digestive system, regulate blood pressure, and manage internal functions that keep your body stable. The third type is cardiac muscle, found only in the heart. This muscle type contracts rhythmically throughout your life to pump blood and keep you alive. Chapter 2: Muscle Structure and Contraction Mechanism. To understand how muscles work, we need to zoom into the microscopic level. Inside each muscle fiber are smaller structures called myofibrils. These myofibrils are made up of repeating units called sarcomeres, the basic functional units of muscle contraction. Sarcomeres contain 2 key proteins, actin and myosin, When you decide to move your arm or leg, an electrical signal travels from your brain, down the spinal cord, and into the nerve that connects to the specific muscle. This electrical message triggers calcium release inside the muscle, causing actin and myosin to slide toward each other. This sliding motion shortens the muscle fiber, producing a contraction. When millions of fibers contract simultaneously, you get enough force to lift a weight, climb stairs, or hold a heavy object. When the signal stops, the fibers relax. This cycle of contraction and relaxation is happening constantly in every movement you perform. Interestingly, your muscles do not always contract with the same force. They adjust based on need. If you're lifting a light cup of tea, only a few fibers activate. But if you're lifting a heavy dumbbell, many more fibers contract with stronger force. This process is known as motor unit recruitment, and it's a key factor in strength development. Chapter 3: Muscle Growth and Adaptation. Now let's talk about what actually happens during exercise. When you lift weights or perform resistance training, your muscle fibers experience stress. Under heavy load, tiny microscopic tears occur in the muscle tissues. These are not harmful injuries. They are purposeful micro-damage that triggers the body's repair systems. Your immune system senses the damage and sends special cells called satellite cells to the area. Satellite cells fuse with the muscle fibers, repairing them and adding new tissue. As a result, the muscle becomes thicker and stronger than before. This is the fundamental process behind muscle growth, also called hypertrophy. There are two main types of hypertrophy. The first is myofibrillar hypertrophy, where the actual contractile fibers inside the muscle become thicker and more numerous. This type of growth increases strength and power. The second type is sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, where the fluid and energy reserves inside the muscle increase, giving the muscle a fuller or pumped appearance. Bodybuilders often experience more sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, while powerlifters and athletes experience more myofibrillar hypertrophy. To grow muscles effectively, you need three core elements: mechanical tension, muscle damage, and metabolic stress. Mechanical tension happens when you lift or hold weight and the muscle is forced to work under pressure. Muscle damage occurs when the fibers experience micro tears during intense exercise. Metabolic stress happens when you feel the burning sensation during high repetition training, caused by the buildup of metabolites such as lactate. Together, these three signals tell your body that the muscles need to grow larger and stronger to handle future stress. Chapter 4: Energy Systems in Muscle Function. Muscles require energy to contract, and this energy comes from a molecule called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Your body stores only a small amount of ATP in the muscles, enough for a few seconds of intense activity. When ATP runs out, your body switches to different energy systems depending on the type of activity. Short, explosive movements, like sprinting or heavy lifting, rely on the phosphocreatine system. Moderate activities, such as running or cycling, rely on anaerobic glycolysis. Long, steady exercises depend on aerobic metabolism, where oxygen is used to break down nutrients for energy. Chapter 5: Hormonal Influence on Muscle Growth. Understanding how muscles grow also means understanding the role of hormones. Testosterone, growth hormone, and insulin-like growth factor all play major roles in muscle recovery and development. These hormones help regulate protein synthesis, the process by which your body builds new muscle proteins. Without proper nutrition, these hormones cannot work efficiently. That's why eating enough protein, healthy carbohydrates, and essential fats is vital for muscle growth. Protein provides the building blocks, or amino acids, needed for repair. Carbohydrates refill glycogen stores that supply energy for training. Fats support hormone production and overall metabolic health. Without balanced nutrition, even the best workout routine will produce limited results. Hydration is also crucial. Muscles are made up of nearly 70% water, and dehydration can reduce performance, slow muscle recovery, and increase fatigue. Chapter 6: Recovery and Rest. Another important factor is rest. Muscles do not grow inside the gym. They grow during recovery. While you sleep, your body releases growth hormone and repairs damaged tissues. Poor sleep significantly reduces muscle growth, strength gains, and recovery capacity. For individuals wanting optimal muscle development, 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep is essential. Chapter 7: Neural Adaptation and Muscle Activation. A nervous system plays a huge role in muscle performance as well. When you first start strength training, most of your initial gains come from neuromuscular adaptation, not actual muscle growth. Your brain becomes better at activating muscles, recruiting more fibers, and increasing power output. After a few weeks, muscular hypertrophy becomes more noticeable. Chapter 8: Muscle Fiber Types. Now, let's break down muscle types and their functions. Skeletal muscles consist of 2 primary fiber types: slow twitch fibers and fast twitch fibers. Slow twitch fibers are endurance-oriented. They contract slowly but can sustain activity for long durations. They are ideal for long-distance running, cycling, and endurance sports. Fast twitch fibers contract quickly and powerfully, but fatigue faster. These fibers are activated during sprinting, heavy lifting, and explosive movements. Everyone has a unique combination of these fibers based on genetics, but training can influence how effectively they perform. Chapter 9: Muscle Pairs and Movement Coordination. Let's explore how muscles work in pairs. Most muscles operate in opposing groups. For example, when your biceps contract to bend the arm, your triceps relax. When your triceps contract to straighten the arm, your biceps relax. These opposing pairs ensure smooth, controlled motion. The same principle applies to the quadriceps and hamstrings in your legs, or the chest and back muscles in your upper body. Balance training is crucial to maintain stability, posture, and prevent injuries. Muscles also play a massive role in metabolism. They burn calories even when you're resting. This is why people with higher muscle mass have a faster metabolism and find it easier to maintain a healthy body weight. Building muscle is one of the best long-term strategies for fat loss. Another fascinating function of muscles is heat production. When muscles contract, they generate heat, helping maintain your body's internal temperature. That's why you shiver when you're cold. Your muscles are contracting rapidly to produce warmth. Chapter 10: Muscle Atrophy and Injury Prevention. Now let's look at what happens when muscles are not used. The phrase "use it or lose it" applies perfectly to the muscular system. When muscles are not stressed regularly, they begin to shrink, a process known as atrophy. Prolonged inactivity, aging, or poor nutrition accelerates muscle loss. Resistance training is the most effective way to prevent atrophy and maintain muscle mass throughout life. Muscle injuries can occur from excessive strain, poor technique, or lack of warm-up. Common injuries include muscle strains, tears, and cramps. Proper warming up, stretching, hydration, and progressive training can reduce the risk significantly. In conclusion, muscles are much more than simple tissues that help you move. They are dynamic, flexible, powerful systems that communicate with your brain, adapt to stress, generate energy, stabilize your posture, protect your joints, and even influence your metabolism. When you train them smartly, fuel them properly, and give them time to recover, they respond by growing stronger, bigger, and more efficient. Understanding how your muscular system works allows you to take control of your fitness journey with knowledge, confidence, and strategy. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the muscular system and the science behind how your muscles work and grow. Every single second, your heart is working. It beats over 100,000 times a day, pumping blood through thousands of kilometers of blood vessels, delivering oxygen, nutrients, and life itself to every cell in your body. But how does the system actually work? How does blood know where to go? And how does the heart pump without stopping? Today, inside Vital Codes, we're diving deep into the circulatory system, blood flow, and heart function, explained simply and visually. What is the circulatory system? The circulatory system is one of the most essential life support systems of the human body. Its main job is transportation, but not just of blood. It delivers oxygen from the lungs to the tissues, nutrients from digested food to cells, and hormones from glands to their target organs. At the same time, it removes carbon dioxide, metabolic waste, toxins. It also helps regulate body temperature, fluid balance, immune response. Without circulation, cells begin to die within minutes, especially brain cells. That's why the circulatory system is directly linked to survival. This system has three major components. 1. The heart, the pump. 2. Blood, the transport medium. 3. Blood vessels, the pathways. Let's begin with the heart, the center of this entire system. Chapter 1. The heart, the body's living pump. The heart is a hollow, muscular organ located in the chest, between the lungs, slightly tilted toward the left side. It is approximately the size of a closed fist, yet powerful enough to pump blood throughout the entire body. What makes the heart special is its muscle, cardiac muscle. Unlike skeletal muscles, cardiac muscle works involuntarily, contracts rhythmically, never rests throughout life. Even during sleep, the heart continues pumping to maintain circulation, protection, and support. The heart is enclosed in a double-layered protective sac called the pericardium. This sac prevents friction, protects the heart from infection, allows smooth movement during contractions. The heart is also supplied by its own blood vessels called coronary arteries, because even the heart muscle needs oxygen to survive. Chapter 2. Structure of the heart. The heart is divided internally into 4 chambers, each with a specific function. Atria, receiving chambers. The 2 upper chambers are right atrium, left atrium. Their role is to receive blood returning to the heart. The atria have thinner walls because they do not pump blood forcefully. They simply pass it to the ventricles, pumping chambers. The 2 lower chambers are right ventricle, left ventricle. These chambers pump blood out of the heart. The left ventricle has the thickest muscular wall because it must generate enough pressure to send blood to the entire body, including the brain and lower limbs. Chapter 3. Heart valves, one-way gates. To ensure that blood flows in only one direction, the heart contains 4 valves. These valves act like doors, opening and closing with each heartbeat. Tricuspid valve, located between the right atrium and right ventricle. It prevents blood from flowing backward into the atrium. Pulmonary valve controls blood flow from the right ventricle into the pulmonary artery. Mitral bicuspid, valve located between the left atrium and left ventricle. This valve is especially important and commonly affected in heart diseases. Aortic valve, controls blood flow from the left ventricle into the aorta. The familiar lub-dub sound of the heartbeat is caused by the closing of these valves, ensuring efficient circulation. Chapter 4. Pathway of blood flow. Blood circulation follows a precise and organized pathway from the body to the heart. Deoxygenated blood, rich in carbon dioxide, returns from body tissues through two large veins, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. This blood enters the right atrium. From right atrium to right ventricle, blood flows through the tricuspid valve into the right ventricle. Pulmonary circulation to the lungs. The right ventricle pumps blood into the pulmonary artery, carrying it to the lungs. This is unique because the pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood, unlike other arteries. Gas exchange in the lungs. In the lungs, blood passes through capillaries surrounding tiny air sacs called alveoli. Here, carbon dioxide is released. Oxygen enters the blood. Back to the heart. Oxygen-rich blood returns to the heart via pulmonary veins and enters the left atrium. Blood moves into the left ventricle, which pumps it into the aorta. From here, blood is distributed to all organs and tissues, supplying oxygen and nutrients. Chapter 5. Blood vessels, the transport network. Blood vessels form a vast network across the body. Arteries carry blood away from the heart, have thick, elastic walls, withstand high pressure. Veins carry blood back to the heart, contain valves to prevent backflow, work with muscle contractions to move blood upward. Capillaries, extremely thin vessels, 1 cell thick, allow exchange of gases, nutrients, and wastes. Capillaries are where blood truly serves the cells. Chapter 6. Blood, the transport medium. Blood is not just a liquid, it is a living tissue. Red blood cells, they contain hemoglobin, which binds oxygen and delivers it to tissues. White blood cells, they protect the body against infections and foreign invaders. Platelets, they help stop bleeding by forming clots. Plasma, the liquid portion that carries nutrients, hormones, and waste products. Chapter 7. Heartbeat and cardiac cycle. Each heartbeat follows a cycle called the cardiac cycle. Systole, the heart contracts and pumps blood out. Diastole, the heart relaxes and fills with blood. The heart has its own electrical system. SA node initiates the heartbeat. AV node regulates timing. Electrical signals ensure coordinated contraction. Chapter 8. Importance of a healthy circulatory system. A healthy circulatory system ensures continuous oxygen supply, stable blood pressure. Poor lifestyle choices can damage this system, leading to heart disease, stroke, hypertension. Prevention depends on balanced diet, regular physical activity, stress management. Your heart will beat about 3 billion times in your lifetime. It works silently, faithfully, without rest. Understanding the circulatory system means understanding how life flows within you. This is Vital Codes, decoding the science that keeps you alive. Right now, you're breathing. You didn't ask your body to do it. You didn't even think about it. Yet, if this invisible process stopped for just 4 minutes, your brain would begin to die. So what exactly is happening inside your chest? How do your lungs keep you alive every second of your life? Welcome to Vital Codes. Today, we decode the respiratory system. Your body is made of trillions of living cells. Each cell is constantly working and producing energy. But none of this work can happen without oxygen. Oxygen allows your cells to convert nutrients into usable energy. Without it, energy production collapses, organs fail, and life stops. Purpose of the respiratory system. The respiratory system exists to deliver oxygen to every cell and remove carbon dioxide from the body. This process never stops, not during sleep, not during unconsciousness, not even in danger. The journey of a breath. Air enters through the nose, where it is filtered, warmed, and moisturized. It then passes through the pharynx and larynx, structures that guide airflow and protect the lungs. From there, air travels down the trachea, a strong airway reinforced to remain open. Inside the lungs, the trachea splits into two bronchi, each leading into one lung. Inside the lungs, these airways divide into bronchioles, ending in millions of tiny air sacs, alveoli, where gas exchange happens. You have over 300 million alveoli. Their walls are only 1 cell thick, allowing oxygen to pass into the blood and carbon dioxide to leave the body. This gas exchange keeps every cell alive. The role of the diaphragm. The lungs do not move on their own. Breathing is powered by the diaphragm, a powerful muscle beneath the lungs. When it contracts, air flows in. When it relaxes, air flows out. You breathe around 20,000 times a day. Breathing and the brain. Breathing is controlled by the brainstem, one of the oldest and most vital parts of your brain. Specialized centers constantly monitor oxygen levels, carbon dioxide levels, and the acidity of your blood. Even a slight rise in carbon dioxide triggers an automatic increase in breathing. You didn't decide to breathe faster. Your brain decides for you. This automatic control ensures survival even when you are unconscious or asleep. At the same time, breathing is unique. Unlike heartbeat or digestion, breathing can be consciously controlled. You can slow it down. You can deepen it. You can hold it for a short time. This makes breathing a direct connection between your conscious mind and your automatic nervous system. Breathing, stress, and emotions. Your breathing pattern changes with emotion. Stress, fear, and anxiety cause rapid, shallow breaths. Calmness and relaxation slow breathing down. This relationship works both ways. By slowing your breathing deliberately, you can calm your nervous system, lower heart rate, and reduce stress hormones. This is why breathing techniques are used in meditation, therapy, and recovery. Breath is not just physical. It directly affects your mental state. Breathing and physical performance. During exercise, your muscles demand more oxygen. Your breathing becomes deeper and faster to meet that demand. The more efficient your respiratory system is, the better your endurance and stamina. Athletes train their breathing to increase oxygen delivery and remove carbon dioxide more efficiently. Even small improvements in breathing efficiency can significantly improve performance. What damages the lungs? The lungs are designed to exchange gases, not to defend against constant toxins. Smoking introduces thousands of harmful chemicals that burn and destroy alveoli from the inside. Once alveoli collapse or rupture, the surface area for oxygen exchange is permanently reduced. Air pollution exposes the lungs to fine particles that penetrate deep into airways. These particles trigger chronic inflammation, narrow air passages, and slowly reduce lung capacity. Long-term exposure to polluted air can damage lungs, even in people who never smoke. Chronic respiratory infections leave scars in lung tissue. These scars stiffen the lungs, making breathing more difficult and oxygen exchange less efficient. Repeated infections weaken lung defenses, creating a cycle of damage and vulnerability. Even modern lifestyle habits affect lung health. Constant shallow breathing, often caused by stress, prevents full lung expansion. When alveoli are not regularly filled, they can collapse, reducing effective breathing space. Over time, the lungs become less flexible, and breathing becomes less efficient. Poor posture, long sitting hours, and weak core muscles also restrict lung expansion. The lungs suffer silently, often showing no symptoms until significant damage has already occurred. Early warning signs of lung stress. Lung damage does not appear suddenly. It begins quietly. Shortness of breath during mild activity, frequent coughing without infection, chest tightness or discomfort, fatigue that feels out of proportion to effort. These are signals that oxygen delivery is no longer meeting the body's demands. Ignoring these signs allows damage to progress unnoticed. How the body tries to compensate. When lung efficiency decreases, the body adapts in survival mode. Breathing becomes faster to compensate for reduced oxygen exchange. The heart pumps harder to deliver oxygen more quickly. Muscles fatigue sooner and recovery takes longer. These adaptations keep you alive, but they come at a cost. Over time, the heart and respiratory system become overworked. Aging and the respiratory system. As the body ages, lung tissue naturally loses elasticity. The chest wall becomes stiffer. Breathing muscles weaken. Oxygen exchange becomes slightly less efficient, even in healthy individuals. This makes protecting lung health earlier in life critically important. Healthy habits slow this decline and preserve breathing capacity for decades. The role of exercise in lung health. Physical activity challenges the lungs to work harder and more efficiently. Regular exercise strengthens the diaphragm and other breathing muscles. It increases lung ventilation and improves oxygen delivery. Exercise also keeps airways open and prevents alveoli from collapsing. A sedentary lifestyle does the opposite, allowing lung function to gradually decline. Why clean air matters more than you think. Your lungs process every breath directly from the environment. Unlike food or water, air reaches the bloodstream almost immediately. This makes air quality one of the most critical health factors. Clean air supports lung repair. Polluted air accelerates lung aging. When lung damage becomes disease. If lung damage continues unchecked, it can progress into chronic disease. Conditions like asthma, bronchitis, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease limit airflow and oxygen delivery. These conditions are not sudden. They develop over years. By the time symptoms become severe, significant lung damage has already occurred. Prevention is always easier than treatment. Every breath is a decision point between damage and protection. This is not just anatomy. This is survival. This is vital codes.
Imagine touching a hot stove and pulling your hand back instantly. You didn't think. You didn't decide. Your body reacted. That reaction happened faster than conscious thought. And that speed belongs to one system only, the nervous system. Now imagine another moment. You hear your name in a noisy room. Your heart beats faster when you're scared. Or you suddenly remember a childhood memory triggered by a smell. These are not coincidences. These are signals, rapid, precise, and perfectly timed. Welcome to Vital Codes, where we decode how the human body truly works. Today's episode is all about the nervous system, the brain, the nerves, and the powerful communication network that controls everything you do. From breathing and heartbeat to emotions, memory, movement, decision-making, and even dreams, the nervous system is the command center of life itself. It works every second, even when you are asleep. In this video, we'll break it down step by step in clear chapters, so by the end, you'll fully understand how the nervous system is structured, how the brain processes information, how nerves transmit messages, and how communication inside your body actually happens. Chapter 1. What is the nervous system? The nervous system is the control and communication system of the human body. Its main job is simple in words, but extraordinary in function. Receive information from the body and environment. Interpret and analyze that information. Send precise instructions in response. Every time you move a muscle, feel pain, experience fear, or recall a memory, the nervous system is at work. It constantly monitors both the external world, light, sound, temperature, touch, and the internal environment, blood pressure, oxygen levels, body position. What makes the nervous system unique is speed. Unlike hormones that may take seconds or minutes, nervous signals act in milliseconds. Some signals travel at speeds up to 120 meters per second. Without the nervous system, muscles would not contract. Organs would not coordinate. Thoughts and emotions would not exist. In short, life would be biologically impossible. Chapter 2: Major divisions of the nervous system. The nervous system is divided into two main parts. 1. Central Nervous System, CNS. This is the control center. It includes the brain, the spinal cord. The CNS processes information and makes decisions. 2. Peripheral Nervous System, PNS. This is the communication network. It includes all nerves outside the brain and spinal cord. The PNS connects the CNS to the rest of the body, muscles, skin, and organs. Together, the CNS and PNS form a complete loop of communication. Chapter 3: The Brain, the Command Center. The brain is the most complex organ in the human body. It weighs about 1.3 to 1.4 kilograms, yet it controls trillions of processes every single second. It consumes nearly 20% of the body's total oxygen and energy, even though it makes up only about 2% of body weight. This alone shows how active and demanding the brain truly is. The brain acts as a decision maker, a data processor, a memory storage system, an emotional regulator. It is divided into three major parts, each with a distinct role. 1. Cerebrum, the thinking brain. The cerebrum is the largest and most advanced part of the brain. Its functions include conscious thought and reasoning, memory formation and recall, language and speech, voluntary muscle movement, emotions, behavior, and personality. The cerebrum is divided into two hemispheres. Left hemisphere, logic, language, analytical thinking. Right hemisphere, creativity, imagination, spatial awareness. Each hemisphere controls the opposite side of the body. The outer layer, called the cerebral cortex, is deeply folded. These folds increase surface area, allowing more neurons and higher intelligence. 2. Cerebellum, the balance controller. Located at the back of the brain, the cerebellum controls balance, posture, coordination, smooth muscle movement. Without it, simple actions like walking or picking up a glass would be clumsy and uncoordinated. 3. Brainstem, the survival center. The brainstem connects the brain to the spinal cord. It controls automatic functions such as breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, swallowing, sleep cycles. Damage to the brainstem can be life-threatening because it controls basic survival. Chapter 4: The Spinal Cord, the Information Highway. The spinal cord is a long cylindrical bundle of nerve tissue running inside the spine. Its main functions are carrying messages between the brain and the body, controlling reflex actions. Reflexes. Reflex actions are quick, automatic responses. Example: when you touch something hot, the signal travels to the spinal cord, not the brain, then instantly sends a command to pull your hand away. This protects the body from injury. Chapter 5. Neurons, the messengers. The nervous system works because of specialized cells called neurons. There are billions of neurons in the body. Each neuron has three main parts. 1. Dendrites. Receive incoming signals. 2. Cell body. Processes the information. 3. Axon. Transmits signals to other neurons, muscles, or glands. Signals travel in the form of electrical impulses. Chapter 6. Types of neurons. There are three main types. 1. Sensory neurons. Carry information from receptors to the CNS. Example: pain, temperature, touch. 2. Motor neurons. Carry commands from the CNS to muscles and glands. Example: moving your arm. 3. Interneurons. Found only in the CNS. They connect sensory and motor neurons and handle decision-making. Chapter 7. Synapses. How neurons communicate. Neurons do not directly touch each other. Instead, they communicate across microscopic gaps called synapses. A single neuron can form thousands of synaptic connections, creating a vast communication network inside the brain. Here's how synaptic communication happens. 1. An electrical impulse reaches the end of a neuron. 2. This triggers the release of chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. 3. Neurotransmitters cross the synaptic gap. 4. They bind to specific receptors on the next neuron. 5. A new electrical signal is generated. This process happens in milliseconds, but allows incredible precision. Learning, memory, and habits are formed by strengthening synaptic connections. The more a pathway is used, the stronger it becomes. This is the biological basis of learning. Chapter 8. Neurotransmitters. Chemical messengers. Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers that allow neurons to communicate with each other across synapses. While electrical signals travel within a neuron, neurotransmitters carry the message between neurons. Each neurotransmitter has a specific role, and the balance between them is critical for normal brain and body function. Let's understand some key neurotransmitters in simple terms. Dopamine, motivation and reward. Dopamine is often called the reward chemical. It plays a major role in motivation and drive, pleasure and reward, focus and attention, movement control. Low dopamine levels are linked with conditions like Parkinson's disease, while excessive dopamine activity is associated with addiction. Serotonin, mood and stability. Serotonin helps regulate mood and emotional balance, sleep cycles, appetite, overall sense of well-being. Low serotonin levels are commonly linked to depression and anxiety. Acetylcholine, movement and memory. Acetylcholine is essential for muscle contraction, learning, and memory. When a motor neuron releases acetylcholine, it causes a muscle to contract. In Alzheimer's disease, acetylcholine levels are significantly reduced. GABA, the calming signal. GABA is the main inhibitory neurotransmitter. It slows down nerve activity and prevents overstimulation. It helps with relaxation, anxiety control, sleep regulation. Glutamate, learning and memory. Glutamate is the main excitatory neurotransmitter. It is crucial for learning, memory formation, brain development. Too much glutamate, however, can damage neurons, showing how balance is essential. Chapter 9. Peripheral Nervous System in detail. The peripheral nervous system, PNS, includes all nerves outside the brain and spinal cord. Its primary role is to act as a bridge between the central nervous system and the rest of the body. The PNS ensures that information reaches the brain and that commands from the brain reach muscles and organs. It is divided into two main parts. 1. Somatic nervous system. The somatic nervous system controls voluntary actions, things you consciously decide to do. Examples include walking, writing, speaking, lifting objects. It also carries sensory information like pain, temperature, and touch to the CNS. 2. Autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system controls involuntary actions, processes that happen automatically without conscious effort. Examples include heartbeat, digestion, breathing rate, blood vessel diameter. Chapter 10. Autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system maintains internal balance, also known as homeostasis. It works continuously, adjusting body functions based on internal and external conditions. It has two opposing but complementary branches. Sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight. This system prepares the body for stress or danger. When activated, heart rate increases, breathing becomes faster, pupils dilate, blood is redirected to muscles, adrenaline is released. This allows the body to react quickly in emergencies. Parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest. This system promotes relaxation and recovery. When active, heart rate slows down, digestion increases, energy is conserved, the body repairs itself. A healthy nervous system maintains a balance between these two states. The nervous system is more than just the brain and nerves. It is a living communication network, a biological code that allows the body to sense, think, feel, adapt, and survive. Every heartbeat, every reflex, every emotion, and every memory depends on this system working in perfect coordination. From the smallest neuron to the most complex thought, the nervous system connects your physical body to your conscious experience. If you understand the nervous system, you understand the foundation of human life. This is Vital Codes, where biology meets clarity.
What if I told you that the meal you ate today is about to travel nearly 30 feet inside your body? That's roughly the length of a school bus. From the moment it touches your lips to the moment it leaves your body as waste, your digestive system performs a perfectly timed biological sequence involving powerful muscles, strong acids, specialized enzymes, nerves, blood vessels, and trillions of bacteria working together in harmony. The incredible thing is you don't control most of it consciously.
You don't feel every chemical reaction or muscular contraction. Yet this system operates flawlessly every single second to extract energy, build tissues, repair cells, produce hormones, support immunity, and keep you alive and thriving. Today on Vital Codes, we decode the complete journey of food inside your body, step by step, through this remarkable process. Chapter 1. The mouth. Where digestion begins. Digestion actually begins before you even take the first bite. When you see, smell, or think about delicious food, your brain instantly activates the salivary glands. This anticipatory response is called the cephalic phase of digestion. It gets your entire digestive tract ready by increasing saliva flow and preparing stomach secretions. Once food enters your mouth, mechanical digestion starts immediately. Your teeth are perfectly designed for the task. Sharp incisors cut and slice, pointed canines tear tough meat and fibers, and wide molars grind everything into tiny particles. This physical breakdown is essential because it multiplies the surface area available for enzymes to attack. Simultaneously, saliva mixes in. This watery fluid softens the food. Mucus lubricates it for smooth passage. Antibacterial agents protect against germs, and the key enzyme salivary amylase begins breaking down starches from bread, pasta, and potatoes into simpler sugars like maltose. Your tongue is highly active too. Covered with thousands of taste buds that let you enjoy flavors, it constantly repositions the food to ensure complete mixing with saliva. Over time, the chewed food transforms into a soft, cohesive ball called a bolus. When ready, the tongue pushes this bolus to the back of the throat to start the swallowing reflex. Chapter 2. The esophagus. Movement without gravity. Swallowing begins as a voluntary action you control, but quickly turns automatic. As the bolus moves back, the epiglottis, a small leaf-shaped flap, swiftly closes over the windpipe. This prevents food from entering your lungs and causing you to choke. The esophagus is a strong muscular tube about 25 centimeters long. Surprisingly, it doesn't depend on gravity. Whether you're standing, sitting, or lying down, food moves forward through peristalsis, wave-like muscular contractions. Muscles behind the bolus squeeze while those in front relax, creating a wave that propels the food downward efficiently. This trip usually takes just 5 to 10 seconds. At the lower end, the lower esophageal sphincter opens like a smart valve to let food into the stomach, then closes tightly. This prevents acidic stomach contents from splashing back up. When this valve weakens, acid reflux and heartburn occur. In a healthy body, the process is seamless, and food enters the stomach safely. Chapter 3. The stomach, a powerful chemical chamber. The stomach is a J-shaped, highly muscular and expandable organ. Empty. It's about the size of your fist. After a large meal, it can stretch to hold nearly 2 liters comfortably, thanks to its folded inner lining called rugae. Millions of gastric glands in the stomach wall secrete hydrochloric acid, pepsinogen, thick protective mucus, and intrinsic factor needed for vitamin B12 absorption. Hydrochloric acid produces a very low pH of 1.5 to 3.5. This harsh acidity destroys many harmful bacteria and denatures proteins by unfolding their structures. It also converts pepsinogen into active pepsin, which starts slicing proteins into smaller peptides. Powerful muscular contractions churn the contents like an industrial mixer, thoroughly combining food with gastric juices. The result is a semi-liquid paste called chyme. The stomach doesn't empty everything at once. The pyloric sphincter regulates the slow release of small amounts of chyme into the small intestine.
digestion time varies. Liquids pass quickly, carbohydrates take 2 to 3 hours, proteins longer, and high-fat meals can stay up to 6 hours. Chapter 4. Small intestine, the center of absorption. The small intestine is the main site of digestion and nutrient absorption. Measuring about 6 meters long, it has 3 sections: the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Acidic chyme entering the duodenum is quickly neutralized by bicarbonate from the pancreas to protect the intestinal lining. The pancreas also delivers a suite of enzymes: pancreatic amylase for carbohydrates, proteases like trypsin for proteins, and lipase for fats. The liver produces bile stored in the gallbladder. Upon fatty food arrival, bile salts emulsify large fat globules into microscopic droplets, allowing lipase to break them down into fatty acids and glycerol effectively. By the end of the duodenum, most macronutrients are broken down: carbohydrates to simple sugars, proteins to amino acids, and fats to absorbable components. The jejunum and ileum feature circular folds, thousands of villi, and millions of microvilli that massively increase surface area, comparable to a tennis court. Each villus contains blood capillaries and a lacteal. Glucose and amino acids enter the bloodstream directly, while fats travel through the lymphatic system. Vitamins and minerals are absorbed and sent to the liver for processing and distribution. This phase is critical. Without efficient absorption, food would offer little nutritional value. Chapter 5. Large intestine: water, bacteria, and waste. What remains after nutrient absorption enters the large intestine, about 1.5 meters long. Its primary role is absorbing water and electrolytes while forming and storing waste. Entering material is still liquid. As it travels through the colon sections, ascending, transverse, descending, and sigmoid, water is reabsorbed, turning the contents into solid feces. Home to trillions of bacteria forming the gut microbiome, the large intestine is a fermentation chamber. These beneficial microbes break down remaining fiber, produce short-chain fatty acids for colon health, synthesize vitamins K and B, and support immune function and reduce inflammation. This process takes 12 to 48 hours. Once formed, feces move to the rectum and are eliminated when the body signals it's time. From mouth to rectum, the full journey of food takes approximately 24 to 72 hours. It's an extraordinary coordinated process of mechanical breakdown, chemical digestion, enzymatic action, nutrient absorption, and microbial collaboration. Every meal is converted into energy for movement, materials for muscle and bone, hormones for regulation, immune cells for protection, and building blocks for life. Your digestive system is far more than a simple tube. It is an intelligent, dynamic biological network working tirelessly behind the scenes to sustain you every moment of every day. Inside your body, right now, there's a silent communication network working 24/7. Controlling how fast your heart beats, how tall you grow, how you respond to stress, and even how you feel emotionally. You can't see it, you can't hear it, but every second, it's shaping your life. This invisible system is called the Endocrine System, your body's ultimate hormone control center. Most people think the brain controls everything, and they're not entirely wrong. But the brain doesn't work alone. There's another system that works alongside it, sending powerful chemical signals throughout your entire body. Unlike the nervous system, which uses fast electrical impulses, this system uses hormones. Slow, steady, and incredibly powerful messengers. And together, They maintain one thing your body desperately needs: balance. What is the endocrine system? The endocrine system is a collection of glands that produce and release hormones directly into your bloodstream. These hormones travel across the body, reaching specific organs and tissues to regulate their activity. Think of it like a postal system. The glands are the post offices, hormones are the letters, and your bloodstream is the delivery route. But instead of messages about packages, these letters control growth, metabolism, sleep, mood, reproduction, and much more. What makes this system fascinating is its precision. Even a tiny amount of hormone can create a massive effect. Meet the major glands, the command centers. Let's break down the key glands that make this system work. Hypothalamus. This is the link between your brain and endocrine system. It monitors your body's condition and sends signals to control hormone release. Pituitary gland. Often called the master gland, it controls other endocrine glands and releases hormones that regulate growth, reproduction, and blood pressure. Pineal gland. It controls your sleep cycle by releasing melatonin, helping you fall asleep and wake up at the right time. Thyroid gland. Located in your neck, it controls metabolism, how your body converts food into energy. Parathyroid glands. These regulate calcium levels in your blood, which is essential for bones and muscle function. Adrenal glands. Sitting above your kidneys, they release hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, especially during stress. Pancreas. It controls blood sugar levels through insulin and glucagon. Reproductive glands, ovaries in females and testes in males, produce hormones responsible for sexual development and reproduction. Each gland has a unique role, but they all work together like a perfectly synchronized team. How hormones work. The science behind the magic. Hormones are chemical messengers, but they don't affect every cell randomly. They only act on target cells, cells that have specific receptors designed for that hormone. Imagine a lock and key. The hormone is the key, and the receptor is the lock. Only the right key can open the lock and trigger a response. Once activated, the cell may change its activity, producing energy, dividing, growing, or releasing another hormone. This precision ensures your body functions smoothly without confusion. The feedback loop, built-in control system. One of the most brilliant features of the endocrine system is its feedback mechanism. Most of the time, it uses something called negative feedback. Here's how it works. When a hormone reaches a certain level, the body sends a signal to stop producing more. When levels drop, production starts again. For example, the brain monitors thyroid hormone levels. If levels are high, it tells the thyroid to slow down. If they're low, it tells it to produce more. This constant adjustment keeps your body in a stable state called homeostasis, the key to survival. Growth and development. From childhood to adulthood. The endocrine system plays a major role in how your body grows and develops. Growth hormone, released by the pituitary gland, determines your height, bone density, and muscle mass. During childhood, it ensures proper physical development. During puberty, hormones trigger dramatic changes: deeper voice, body hair, muscle growth, and reproductive maturity. Without proper hormonal balance, growth can become abnormal, either too slow or excessively rapid. Metabolism, your body's energy engine. Metabolism is the process of converting food into energy, and it's largely controlled by the thyroid gland. If your thyroid becomes overactive, your metabolism speeds up. You may feel restless, lose weight, and experience a rapid heartbeat. If it becomes underactive, everything slows down. You feel tired, gain weight, and struggle with low energy. This delicate balance shows how hormones directly influence your daily life. Stress response, fight or flight mode. Imagine you're in danger. Your body instantly shifts into survival mode. Your adrenal glands release adrenaline, increasing your heart rate, sharpening your focus, and boosting energy. At the same time, cortisol helps sustain this response over a longer period. This is known as the fight or flight response, a survival mechanism that has protected humans for thousands of years. But in modern life, constant stress can keep these hormones elevated, leading to serious health problems. Sleep and biological clock. Your sleep is also controlled by hormones. The pineal gland releases melatonin, which tells your body when it's time to sleep. Light exposure reduces melatonin, keeping you awake. Darkness increases it, helping you fall asleep. This internal clock is known as your circadian rhythm, and it's essential for maintaining energy, focus, and overall health. Mood, emotions, and mental health. Hormones don't just control physical processes, they deeply influence your emotions. Chemicals like serotonin and dopamine regulate happiness, motivation, and mood stability. This is why hormonal imbalances can lead to anxiety, depression, irritability, or mood swings. Your mental health is not just in your mind, it's strongly connected to your body's hormonal balance. Reproduction, the continuation of life. The endocrine system is essential for reproduction. Hormones like estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone control puberty, fertility, and reproductive cycles. In females, they regulate the menstrual cycle and pregnancy. In males, they control sperm production and physical traits. Without these hormones, human life simply wouldn't continue. Common disorders when things go wrong. When the endocrine system becomes imbalanced, it can lead to serious health conditions. Some of the most common include diabetes, when the body cannot properly regulate blood sugar; hypothyroidism, low thyroid activity causing fatigue and weight gain; hyperthyroidism, excessive thyroid activity causing weight loss and anxiety; PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, hormonal imbalance affecting women; adrenal disorders, affecting stress hormone production. These conditions highlight how crucial hormonal balance is for overall health. How to keep your endocrine system healthy. While you can't directly control your hormones, your lifestyle has a huge impact on them. Here's how you can support your endocrine system. Eat a balanced diet with essential nutrients. Get enough sleep to regulate hormones. Manage stress through exercise or meditation. Stay physically active. Avoid excessive sugar and processed foods. Small habits can make a big difference in maintaining hormonal balance. So next time you feel a rush of energy, a wave of stress, or a sudden change in mood, remember, it's your endocrine system at work. A silent, powerful network constantly adjusting, regulating, and protecting your body. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the human body. Because understanding your body is the first step to mastering your health. Have you ever wondered how your body actually fights disease? Why do some people recover quickly, while others struggle with even minor infections? The truth is, inside your body, there's a silent army working 24/7 to protect you. You can't see it. You can't feel it. But it's always there. Every second, without your permission, without your awareness. Your body is scanning, detecting, and eliminating threats. This is your lymphatic and immune system. And today, you're going to discover how this invisible force keeps you alive every single day. The human body is one of the most advanced systems ever known, and its defense mechanism is nothing short of extraordinary. Your immune system acts like a high-level security network. It constantly monitors your body for danger, identifying viruses, bacteria, and harmful substances. The moment something suspicious enters your body,